Today we're going to talk about the Latin community. And there's a few things we need to touch on here because I've thought of a lot. So there's just a lot of things coming up all at once. We need to talk about it. One of the first things, I'm almost done with my drink. I've already filmed a YouTube video today, but I'm going to film another one. First thing I want to talk about is kind of like this video going around. Maybe you've seen it, probably. I don't remember the specific person's name, but she's Latina and she's on a podcast and she's talking about how she looks pretty young. She's talking about how she didn't graduate high school. And the interviewer's like, what? How is this that you didn't graduate? And she's saying, well, I just never went. I went like 3 days, like my senior year. I just never went. So I never graduated. And she was talking about it in kind of a comedic way. And she was talking about how funny and how smart she was for like trying to get out of school. And her dad was upset with her, this, that, and the third. And it really set a lot of other Latinos off. I saw so many stitches, and that's how I found the video. I saw so many stitches of other Latinos saying that this behavior was like unacceptable, it was embarrassing, and it was giving the entire Latino community a pretty bad rap. And it made me sit and think about it because I had never, because I'm in the Latin community, which is such a huge one, a diverse one for sure. But one thing I've definitely noticed is what these other creators are pointing out, which is this kind of lack of wanting to better yourself that exists in the Latino, or doesn't exist in the Latino community. They're all about the community, which I think is a big, huge, and really great aspect of our culture, is this idea of wanting to work hard and working really, really hard. And it always is awe-striking to me how hard the Latino community works. But when it comes to academics, when it comes to wanting to better yourself as a person, when it comes to growth, personal, whether it's therapy, whether it's books, whether it's conversations, whatever it is, that is out the window. It feels very much, and hopefully this is never interpreted as me hating on the community. These are some observations and some opinions, and some experiences too. This idea that you can't do better than your parents, that you'll never do better than your parents, that the way to do better than your parents is to work really, really hard. And that's, again, an amazing work ethic to have. But when it comes to hitting the books, and not everyone values academia, not everyone values college. Like even me, I'm not a fan of the whole college system. But a high school diploma is not in that category. You should be getting that. Especially, and these are based off the experiences, when I was around so many Latinos in school, and so many of them didn't graduate or walked but didn't end up getting their diploma because they had failed or they had done this, that, and the third, who were immigrants, who had come when they were a child and grown up in school, but they could care less about showing up or actually turning in the homework. And then graduation comes and boom, you're not graduating. Okay, fine. Get your GED. Do whatever you have to do. That doesn't happen either. I can't tell you how many times it actually happened, and it frustrated me because this is a free diploma. It's free. And honestly, it's an easy thing to get. And I'm coming off as like I'm yelling at y'all, which I kind of am, because do the stupid homework. Do the stupid homework. You're not going to remember the homework. You're not going to care about it. Listen to your music and do your homework. Do the stupid work. It's stupid work. Do it. And I'm in class now, and these students, like, it's actually getting easier. Do the stupid homework. Like, I don't even know. Some of it is so mindless, and some of it is so like basic, and it's busy word, and it's copy and paste, but you won't do it. And it just, and I know you're young, but it just, oh my God. One thing I've noticed with teenagers or with young people, nothing can motivate you besides either disappointment, like the disappointment of someone you care about, or a personal want. Like just the idea, logic sometimes doesn't work on people. Like going up to someone and saying, a teenager who's currently failing, and saying, you need your diploma. You have to get it. That's the bare minimum to like do well in this country. And they're like, that is a very realistic response. Like, well, what happens. Whatever happens, you got to let it go. And I've heard this not from one person, but like multiple people. It's just very like common in like the teenage space, and with Latinos specifically, because the idea that we'll just work after college is realistic and fair. But to not get the diploma is where I draw the freaking line, because what the heck? It's being given to you. You're already here. Just get the diploma. Oh my god. It's actually crazy. And I think about the fact that so many it's kind of like a pathway. Like some people aren't able to work, some people aren't able to go to college. And I'm not talking about other people around the world. I'm talking about dreamers. I'm talking about some kids who have to get work visas. I'm talking about some kids who immigrated here, aren't able to just go to college and apply and do this, that, and the third. They have to go through 10 million other steps. Sometimes it's not available to them. The least you can do is get your diploma because you're already in school. And like I was saying before, logic sometimes doesn't work. You saying all of that doesn't work, doesn't motivate. What has to happen sometimes is this game of what you want. Because if you don't want it, if you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to work for it. You're like, When I want something, I work for it, even if it takes a long time. You have to want it. And it doesn't have to be on your head 24/7, but you have to want it. And the thing that you want has to be, and it's not necessarily I want the diploma and that's what I want. Oh my god, I think about it all the time. What you have to want is a better life. What you have to want is being able to pay your parents' house off. What you have to want is a master's degree. What you have to want is being a doctor. Those are the things you have to want. And once you know that, and once you strive for that, and I'm not saying you need to know the end goal, because like I said, wanting to pay for your parents' house is not some sort of specific plan you can get there through a million different ways. What I'm saying is you have to want something, because you have to think about the future for 2 seconds and pay attention to the things that you desire, because not wanting anything leaves you high and dry, leaves you stuck, leaves you in the dirt, behind, without a degree, the bare minimum degree. Like, you want to work hard. And I know, and some parents, I don't know if this is true, but I do believe some parents don't value like education in that way. That's fine. Just work. So that's a whole nother set. But in 2024, what we're not doing is not graduating. We are not doing that. And I think it takes a lot to like want to do well, speak well, represent well, and be in spaces where you should be allowed to be, break barriers. And it's like, nah, someone else can do that. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, how about we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of y'all doing that? Because that's what's needed. Oh my god. Like a director, a photographer, like the creative space as well, music, politicians, lawyers, doctors, whatever the heck, it doesn't really matter. Like I don't, business owners, like it doesn't matter. The point is this idea of like, and it's not about jobs either, like wanting to better yourself is so important, and it's not valued in the Latino community at all. It's not valued. Like, instead, what's valued is looking good and shooting the shiz with your friends, and that's valued. And I used to look at the Latino community and be like, oh my god, we're so loving, we're so passionate, we're so family oriented. And no community is perfect. Every community has their, faults. That doesn't need to be said. But just to remind you that I am aware of that. It just, I think Latinos get into this country and they think they're set. But you can do more. You can do more. You don't have to, but you could if you wanted it. And I can't give you your wants. I can't make you dream bigger. What you're capable of, what you can dream of. So I'm asking you to do that. I don't know who your friends are, I don't know who your family is, but please, especially this younger generation who I think is so talented and so creative and so out there. They have so much at their fingertips, and I'm excited to see what that does. But yeah, parents as well. I don't know if any Latino parents watch me at all. Parents as well, encourage your kids. Don't jump on them. One thing y'all need to understand is balance, because sometimes it can be such a stress in a child's life. But I'm so lucky that I had parents who definitely encouraged good grades and definitely encouraged like college and academia. But sorry, my sister texted me. But they were never on me about grades, because I was just always, I'm fortunate. I was just always an honor roll student, so I always got really good grades. It was very easy for me. But honestly, y'all, just do the stupid homework, because that's all it took to get A's. High school's so easy. Don't lie. Oh, it's different for everyone. It's different for everyone. My sister was not a schoolgirl, but let me tell you, she got her diploma. Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. I want to make another video talking about Latinos que me dicen que I sound like a gringo. I use the word gringo because that's what I was called recently. When reality it's gringa, but whatever. And I just think that's crazy, because I do not sound like, hola, ¿cómo estás? That's not how I speak. So either you've never met an American or a white person speaking Spanish, or you're just very discouraging, because it really, okay, I can't make a video about this. I need to make it, okay. I'll talk about it. Bye. You can do it. Do the stupid homework.